to be awesome when it comes out. I'm looking for.
I'm
I'm gonna have to play
honestly
in a real dark
surprised.
room,
I
huh?
was kind of I was hoping since they made Cyberpunk first
We're
person, I was
breaking
kind of hoping maybe they would
open.
eventually get around to making that VR. But as we've seen,
Yeah.
all right,
I feel out of
I can't wait for this
place.
intro.
The roads aren't the same like they were when you were the one driving my car, and now I just count
Man, I've been
the
putting that all across
ways
social media like
of our
crazy. Getting on TikTok
yesterdays
today.
as I go on the
Everything.
101
So,
highway,
woo.
and it's taking me back to the start.
Yeah, let us know whenever.
We lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. We lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. Spinning me around. When I pushed, you pulled me closer so I wouldn't fall down. And now I just count the waves of your warm embrace when you made it a little bit lighter. When I was tumbling into the we lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. You'll always stay close to my heart.
Attention. You are now tuned in to Pass the Controller.
Game on. Round table, show me your moves.
How these moves get good and get in the groove.
Gears of war like Sonic hopping the tuck.
You don't want the smoke, you'll get bodied by big knucks.
Come for the character, stay for the content.
Fans from the elite to the civic binding.
Conventions are streamed, the topics deceased.
So tune in, peace and hair grease. Let's go, baby. Peace and hair grease.
Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? What's going on? We are back. Season 4. Holy crap. You know what this is, man. Listen, this is Pass Control. Let me tell you something real quick. I got a thing in my head. So it's been bugging me real quick. See, we know that Bethesda is going to make an Indiana Jones game, right? So does that make them an indie developer? Let me shut up. Anyway, my name is Mark Knuckles Carter. You know who this is, man. So, Johnny, listen, we got to start with that, man. What is up, people? My name is Mark Knuckles Carter. You know who this is. McNucks, man. As always, respect your gaming elders, man. And we got an awesome, fresh face for you this season 4 premiere. But before we introduce the guests, we're going to actually go through our usual guys, man. It's just like horse talk real quick, you know what I mean? You know what this is, man. But right below me is the man himself, man. The boss at the end of every game, cuz, that you can't beat unless you use a cheat code. My man, Smoke. What's up, Smoke?
What's going on, everyone? It's the man that found the unlock code for Cyberpunk 8 to get all the bugs out of Cyberpunk 2077. And I'm here today for the premiere our new premiere, our new season of Pass the Controller.
Yes.
And with me, along with McNuts, we got the man with the golden plan. He is, without a doubt, the supervillain of all supervillains in every Street Fighter game when you unlock the codes. He's not only that, but he's got Bernie Sanders with him tonight as a special guest hanging out with him. My man, Civ. What's going on, Civ?
I'm doing all right. My hands are kind of doing some funky stuff
A
there.
little wonky, man. You got Bernie right behind you, man.
Bernie will let you borrow his mittens.
I'm feeling the burn. I'm feeling the
Feeling
burn.
the burn. That's what I'm talking
What's
about.
going
Feel
on,
the burn.
everybody? Brian, Civic Minded Lessick, season 4. Thanks for putting up with us for 4 seasons. Welcome back. I'm sure that we'll not fail to entertain you once again.
That's a lot of pressure, Civ.
I don't know. Anything can happen. But we got a lot of fun stuff lined up. So welcome back to the show. Can't wait. 2021 is a brand new year. So let's get to it.
Let's go ahead. That's what we do, man. And we got to introduce our special, awesome guest. She's so shy. Look at her, man. Listen.
Why you gotta do this?
Because we always have to. This is the most awesome Twitch streamer that you got to follow, people, man. Luna, let the people know who you are.
I don't know about most awesome. I've been streaming for like 2 months, my dude. What's up, dude? It's Luna coming at you again. Luna Chibi Fox. Hey.
Hey, there you see. There
Making
you
my
go.
debut on PTC.
Exactly. There you
Hopping
go.
over from Head Nerds in Charge and J1 Studios.
Exactly. Oh, who cares about that other sister station like that? But anyway, yeah, listen, totally stop. Nah. King Kurt Live's gonna kill me. But it's good to have you here, Luna. Like seriously, it's a pleasure because it's always good to have guests and to have another input, especially on what's happening in the video game topics, the video game community nowadays. But for those that don't know you that well, Luna, I got to ask you a couple questions, okay? First thing, I got to ask you, because these dudes always get at me for being the youngest. For being the youngest here, I'm glad I'm not the youngest no more in this panel. At what age did you start playing video games, Luna?
I honestly don't remember, but I'm gonna say like 5, 7.
About 7?
Somewhere
Okay.
around there. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Definitely not 6.
Probably not, knowing me. 6, I was bowling. It had to be like 5 or 7. I don't know.
Right. Okay, 5 or 7. Do you remember the first video game you ever played? Now, I remember we was talking earlier. You said you had like a first, like the baby video game, and then you had the first official, like, okay, I feel like this is a real game. So give us both of those games, the rundown of both games.
All right. So my first actual video game, like it was obviously the baby game. I want to say it was Arthur, ready to read, or like ready to race, something like that. It was that game, and then my first big kid game that my mom did not approve of at all was Duke Nukem. I think it was 3D. I want to say it was 3D because I played it on PC. My uncle let me play.
Nukem. What? Man. Seriously. And your mom, you was probably hiding from your mom every time. So so your mom walking up the steps, hear the footsteps going dun dun. Like, oh my god, I hit the press power button.
Mom coming in.
What's all that gunfire and cursing I hear?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Playing Arthur, learning to read.
Mom, I'm working on my voice. I'm working on my manly, trying to throw a manly voice. Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Like, Mom, it's just Arthur, Mom. Every day when you walking down the streets.
No, so the funny story is like I could only play it at my grandma's house. My uncle's a huge like a sci-fi nerd PC gamer, so he would like have random games. And I specifically remember it was just like this game that him and my brothers would play. That me being the youngest, I'm like, hey, I want to play. So they sat me down. Yeah. And gave me the mouse and keyboard. Just let me go at it. And then my mom and my grandma come in. And they're just like, what is that game? What is she playing?
You're going to learn today.
Yes.
Oh my god. No, trust me. I listen, I had to do the same thing. I had to like hide some games from my mom. So mom, if you're watching, yeah. So yeah, I had to do the same thing too. I remember.
What games did you hide?
From my mom?
Hide?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Why you want to put me on the spot now, dude?
Contra, right?
No, not Contra. No, me and my dad always played Contra. That was our like. That's a game that me and like I knew. Like, Dad, you a gamer? He's like, yeah, let's speed run Contra. Oh, what? And so that's what my love for Contra came from. The game that I remember I used to hide from my mom was mostly was like Metal Gear, like the first Metal Gear and all that too. Like she didn't want to see all that, you know what I mean, espionage and all that, because she felt like I was going to do it.
Choking dudes out from behind.
Choking, yeah, right, basically, you know what I mean, silent kills and all that. I was like, Mom, you don't hear? I mean, I'm just trying to kill them peacefully. She's like, it's still killing, isn't it? So I'm like, all right, well, okay, whatever, Mom, you know. So yeah, I guess so. That's moms for you, dude. That's straight up moms for you. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, we ain't gonna talk about moms today, man. We talk about some video games, because this is Pass the Controller, man. Listen, every month, man, we always come together, man, to talk straight up video game news to you, man. Just, it's, you know, we're just doing like a little porch talk, man. That's what we do. You know what I mean? We don't give you our real thoughts on what's been happening on the video game world, man, because again, there's so much crap going on. And listen, the year 2021. Ooh, boy, I was about to repeat the whole burnt out year. Lord, cuz, seriously. My God,
I see
man.
Bernie about to get up out of his seat on the.
Yo, seriously. So I don't want to repeat the year again. Listen, this is the year 2021. 2020 has been very, very exciting in some kind of ways, man, especially with the releases of the new consoles, man. So we're now into the new generation. We're going to get into the nitty gritty, man. First of all, we're going to go into what have we been playing. Now, I'm so excited. I got to go first, because here's the thing. You know what I mean? I got 3 games that I want to show you guys, right? That is so freaking spectacular. One story is, one game I have to show you, because here's the thing. So the game came out, I think, 2017. I want to say 2017, right? And this game, I got it day one, okay? And I was like, okay, this game is day one. I was like, do I want to play it, man? You know, and I played a little bit, and I was like, this game is trash and all that too. And then I decided to play it again, because I usually host Sonic Saturdays every Saturday for my stream, right? So I played Sonic Forces. Now, here's the thing about Sonic Forces, right? Sonic Forces is like, I want to say it's like the same thing as Avengers Endgame, okay? It's like Avengers Endgame. You know, everybody come together, you know, they want to stop this diabolical force, you know what I mean, that's pretty much, you know, going to destroy the world and all that too. And then Sonic has to bring it. Well, first of all, it's not pretty much Sonic, because you have to create a character. This is the actual first Sonic game that you implement a create a character mode, you know what I mean? So right here, you'll see like you actually go ahead and create a different character. You're not playing as the usual Sonic. You know, you're playing either a bird or a pig, fish, whatever. You know what I mean? And each character, whatever you pick, has a certain, you know, power or whatever. You know what I mean? So you get to choose wisely on who you pick. Here's the thing. I didn't give this a chance 2017. November 2017, day one, I was like, this is garbage. When I played it again, this was 2 weeks ago, I said, oh my God, why didn't I give this game a chance? This game is so good. Now I'm gonna get a lot of criticism, because a lot of people say, "Oh man, this game is whack." You know, what I mean, a lot of people in the Sonic community says it's so horrible. This thing, I would agree, but give it some time. I feel like if you're in the same position I was back then, this game is beautiful. Like seriously, I was like, yo, the soundtrack is popping. I remember Luna was in my stream one time, and I was like, dude, I gotta download the soundtrack, and I did. Like I downloaded the whole soundtrack. And it's just like one of them soundtracks you want to lift weights to. This game is amazing, dude. That's all I gotta say. You can dress up your character, yeah. Dress up your Sonic character, whatever.
We made Nux put on the Santa suit.
Y'all made me put on the Santa suit. I was like, nah, because I had a story of my character. You can make up your story. So my character like was out of jail, and they pretty much was recruited by Knuckles and the gang and all that. It's like, yo, we need this guy. He's good. He's ruthless. So I kind of created my character's backstory. But it worked. This game is phenomenal. I really feel like, even though it received a lot of backlash because if people felt like it wasn't like a real Sonic game, to me it was. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a game that you really have to try out and give it some time to like basically let it marinate, because this is beautiful. And once you're going to vibe to the music. That's what most of the Sonic games are. You're going to vibe to the music. And for you guys know me, I like video game OSTs. You know what I mean? And so this game pretty much has it all. And Again, I love this game. This game was amazing to me. Again, I love it. You got to try it out, dude. That's what I'm saying. Sonic Forces, I swear, dude. This game was incredible. Now, the second game I have to talk about too. This is the PS5 indie release. PS5 day one indie release of the Pathless. Now, the Pathless is from my favorite developer of all time, Civic. Who is it?
Annapurna
Interactive. Now, Annapurna made some great storyline games. Now, the Pathless, I'm gonna tell you right now, is basically this sets off the Annapurna right with the PS5. I'm telling you right now, if you have the PS5, get this. get this. It's lack of, it doesn't have too much dialogue, so you'll figure out the story from yourself through visuals. You know what I mean? We don't know the character's name. They will never tell you the protagonist's name. So it's basically they'll just refer to as Warrior Girl. You know what I mean? But you go through, and I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but you go through fighting different gods, like she's doing right now. And the gameplay mechanics is so easy. So easy, like a baby can actually play this game and figure out the mechanics easily. Like that's how easy the gameplay is. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have a lot of fun with this game. Storyline is so beautiful. I just rolled credits on this game recently. So this game is phenomenal. Like I said, if you have the PS5 and you want to figure out an indie game to play, and trust me, and I'm a real fanboy for Annapurna Interactive. They pretty much did a home run game with this. The Pathless. Now available out for the PS5. So this is really, really good. And to top it off, I gotta go with so Civ. I want to tell you about this game. So this game right here is called Tell Me Why. Tell Me Why is basically so from the Don't Nod Entertainment crew, which I feel like Don't Nod is pretty much getting ranked up in my favorite developers list because of their game that they, of course, their classic game of
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange, exactly. Yeah. Tell Me Why is a real. It's a sad story, but it's a kind of a feel good sad story. Sometimes it's going to reach your heart, Civ. I'm telling you right now. It kind of zeroes in on the LGBTQ community too. So this game is definitely supportive of that. So I will say definitely check this out too. Of course, it revolves around two siblings, Allison and Tyler. Of course, Tyler being the trans, he's pretty much coming out of transition. So it just pretty much breaks down their family life, the difficulties that they had to deal with, you know what I mean? And it's always with Don't Not Entertainment. The funny thing about Don't Not Entertainment, like with Life is Strange, these two siblings have certain powers, right? As you can see here, like you can actually recall memories that these two siblings can watch and all that too. The funny thing about it is they don't. I don't know what it is about Don't Nod Entertainment or Don't Nod, right? They don't explain how characters in their games have these powers. Just like in Life is Strange, you don't know how Max has her power. You don't know how these two characters have their power. You don't know
do you feel kind of like maybe like unofficially a lot of this stuff is occurring in the same universe?
And I feel like it.
I haven't played this game yet, but just by looking at it right now, I mean, if you didn't tell me what the name of it was, I would say, it's probably like Life is Strange 3. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the funny thing. And that's the funny thing too. It's like it's weird because So real quick, I think Life is Strange took place in like Washington or Oregon, I think, man. This is taking place in Alaska. It's not too far. I mean, if they want to mold the story together, they could. Don't Not can actually mold the story together and, basically have all the characters that we know from the actual, series from like Don't Not all the Don't Not series to come together, and we'll be hyped, like seriously. So this is actually a really good game. I just rolled credits on this game yesterday, I believe. And this was amazing. It kind of jerked my heart, This was very, very good. So our 3 episodes. There's only 3 episodes. Each episode is 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long, roughly. And so I recommend it. So Civ, I know you're a big Don't Nod guy as well too. You like Life is Strange.
I would definitely check this out.
Yeah, so definitely grab this. There's a lot of secrets in this game too. So you're gonna spend a lot of time on this game. And then the choice
for that platinum.
I can't. I haven't. I didn't do it for Life is Strange. I can't do it for this one, man. It's like this is a good one-time game only, man. That you got to kind of like hey, I'm gonna play this. The story is really good. Do I want to play it again? No, I don't want to play it again. But it was a really good story though. While it lasts. So that's what it was. You know what I mean? So basically, definitely get not Life is Strange. Don't I keep saying Don't Nod. Tell Me Why. I want to sing the song now. You know what I mean? So definitely. I knew you was going to sing that song. You know what I mean? I know y'all was going to sing that song. That's why every time I stream it, man, it was like, oh, geez, everybody's going to sing the song now, man. So that was the 3 games that I definitely recommend I was playing. It's really good. So definitely check that out. Let's go to our guest, Luna. Luna, what you been playing these days?
Why are you like this?
I love you too.
Why are you like this? So again, like since I just started streaming, I haven't really gotten too much done. But Nux put me in this amazing Discord, and I've been playing Among Us on a regular basis.
First of all, I hate y'all. I hate people that I play Among Us with, man. I hate people that I play Among Us with, man.
You mad?
Because Among Us is such a trippy game. I mean,
Are you mad?
Because I try to. Here's the thing. Even if I was an imposter, Luna, y'all always vote me out first, man.
And Mark is sus.
Yeah, everybody want to say I'm sus, man.
No, your name is McSus.
I hate y'all, man.
Your name is McSus. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro, Nux has gotten me kicked out for literally no reason other than he said Luna sus. And then everybody is just like, Luna sus, vote Luna, vote Luna, vote Luna. Like, I have a body scan.
Hey, listen, but I make the best convincing story, though. You know,
you have no story.
I always have a story right behind it. Listen, I lied. I'm the best liar.
No,
pretty much
people
out
just
of
believe it because of your voice.
I do have that little convincing voice. You know what I mean? Like,
it is. It's not even convincing. People are just fools.
People are just fools. Like, seriously. Okay.
We're not even playing.
Okay, what else have you been playing, though?
I hopped on the Genshin Impact bandwagon, and I've kind of been, like, losing sleep to that game.
Everybody's been losing sleep to this game.
Yeah.
I haven't even started it, man. How was this game to you?
It's addictive. Mm-hmm. It's actually really addictive. Like, I don't want to say it's the same game mechanics, but it's got a lot of similarities to Breath of the Wild, to the point where people actually call it Breath of the Waifu.
Breath of the Waifu.
Yeah. But it's a really good game. Like, it is story driven, but it's also, obviously, it's open world, so you don't have to only go along with the story. Yeah, and like this camera's doing, because it's Breath of the Waifu, you can, like, certain characters, when they jump, you can kind of see up their skirts. It's weird.
Oh man, this is my game. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I know you love your waifus.
We stop. Good. So okay. So I've been meaning to like get into this game too, man. Like, I mean, is this game, like, as far as like the gameplay mechanics, is it like easy to get into? Or?
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Gotcha.
It's really easy, and obviously, like, they have the tutorial at the in the beginning. You can play keyboard and mouse or controller. But it's really good. I do keyboard and mouse. It's just easier for me, and like, the more you play, obviously, it's the easier it is to, like, because you switch your characters. You have a party of 4 characters. You, like, earn them as you go. You get 6 free ones, and then it's also a gacha game.
Got you. Okay. Oh, I'm pun intended, but I guess.
I saw what you did.
Yeah, this game seems cool though. Okay.
Yeah. And, like, the cool part is, though, I've been playing for a couple months now, and you don't even have to spend money on it. Like, I just spent money on this game for the first time yesterday. And that's because they put characters out that I really want, but you don't have to. And so.
Nice. Okay. So you know what? I kind of like that, man. I gotta actually get started on this. You know, because I've been straight up saying, like, I want to get into this game, and I
do it.
Man, I haven't got a chance to get into this
Personally,
game.
I think it's better than Breath of the Wild. I really do.
Really?
I've played both, and I like Genshin Impact better.
What? It's real? Oh, that's a bull.
Yeah.
Even though it's like the same mechanic.
I love Zelda. I have an entire corner of my basement, my game room, dedicated to Zelda. So I know it's blasphemy, but I'm telling you, Genshin Impact is awesome. Don't sleep on it.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Oh, Civic, man, what games have you been up to, man? What's going on?
Oh man, well, I bought Doom Eternal at launch and played it for a bit because I loved Doom 2016. That was awesome, platinum that game, and could not wait for the next one. And when I initially got Doom Eternal, I really liked it, but I found there were some parts that were very glitchy. I had a problem with progress not saving some things, and
really
typical Bethesda stuff, right? So they patched all that. Everything's cool. I went back to it and playing the hell out of it. I've done 2 run-throughs so far. I'm on my platinum run now. That game's so crazy fun. I mean, the violence is so over the top and gratuitous, and the soundtrack is insane. And what's all this sports betting stuff? What are you doing to me, man?
Listen, they've always put their bets on, man.
I forgot about the sports betting in Doom Eternal.
Yeah, but okay, so yeah, so.
But that game is so fun. It's so over the top. Like, at first, I was like, I like it a lot, but I don't think I like it as much as Doom 2016. But the more I play it, and the more I play it, I'm starting to think, like, I might like it more.
Right.
This really might be the best Doom game they ever made.
Are you serious? Really?
Okay.
It really is good. Just all the stuff that you can do, the way you can level up your character. There's just like so many ways to like get skills and get new weapons and upgrade weapons and unlock stuff. There's unlockable stuff all over the game. There's cheat codes you can unlock, all kinds of crap. So, I mean, dude, it's just crazy, addictive fun. In fact, I'll tell you something. This is a crazy thing to admit, but
Oh boy.
I had to stop playing. I had to stop playing for like a night, like one whole day. I had to stop. I had to get off the game because my L1 finger started to hurt.
Your
I
L1
actually
finger.
like started to like stress my finger because with one of the weapon combinations, you have to kind of swap between like the grenade launcher on the shotgun and like it really after a while I was like, dang, my fingers actually hurts from playing. I'm like, all right, so yeah, I mean, it's that old man thing kicking in, but yes, I had to jump off that for like a night, but it's a great game. Other game I'm playing, which is a total shift in the opposite direction, been playing Cobra Kai. The Karate Kid saga continues.
How in the
Sweep the
world
leg,
did
sweep the leg.
you come
Yo,
across this game, dude?
So fun. Roll that beautiful bean footage. There we go.
Dude,
That's
how
what
in
I'm
the
talking
world
about.
did you come across this game, man?
Dude, this game is ridiculous. It's okay, hold on. It's by Game Mill. I had to look it up. Game Mill developers. They're the ones that did the G.I. Joe game.
Oh, okay.
Recently. I know Smoke's been playing G.I. Joe. That same developer. And they get all these really good like IPs. Like they have all these licensing rights to these IPs. So this game's so ridiculously fun. It actually does like loosely follow the series, which the series is incredible. But the characters are all like straight from the show. Everybody's recognizable. There's all these like little throwbacks and fan service elements and things like this. It's a beat 'em up. I mean, you can see what's going on here. You see Miguel from the show. He's just whooping some butt. Definitely Streets of Rage, Double Dragon vibes.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2-player co-op. Unfortunately, it's not online. It does not have online, which is one downfall. So you can't play with other people online.
Ah, come on, really?
It's 2-player couch co-op. I don't know if you can play more than 2 players at the same time. I
Right.
think it's just 2. So I've been playing this with my son. So fun. Now listen, I'm gonna say something. It's a little controversial. This is going up there with that comment I made about Genshin Impact being better than Legend of Zelda.
Don't say this is better than Streets of Rage, man.
Well, listen, I'm not saying better quality, but I have had more fun and I have put in more time with this game.
Really?
The combo system and it's got like RPG elements to it, so you like level up your character and stuff like this and teach them new moves. Dude, I'm telling you, I put in probably about 4 times more time into this game. It's so addictive, so fun. I mean, yeah, like any beat 'em up game, it's like got a little bit of, it's repetitious and stuff, but dude, just endlessly fun. I mean, you can just keep playing and playing. You play through as Cobra Kai characters, and you can replay the entire story with Miyagi-Do characters.
Nice,
So
nice. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, it's like a whole different scenario depending on who you're playing. So, it's a fun game. I know everybody's jumping on Streets of Rage 4 and Scott Pilgrim right now.
Right.
These beat 'em up games. This game definitely has those vibes. Same kind of thing. So, yeah, definitely check it out. It's got like it's probably midway between like the 2 games. Like the feeling of it is between like Scott Pilgrim, how it's kind of like cartoony and over the top, and Streets of Rage, which is like a little bit more like serious and like you're actually kicking people's ass and stuff. So
Right.
but yeah, check it out, man. Cobra Kai.
I gotta check it out now because that's a bold statement talking
It-
about so that this
Right.
is you enjoy this more than Streets of Rage, man. Streets
It's
of Rage.
fun. It's
And we
fun.
I think did we crown Streets of Rage in the PTC Awards too, man?
We got some awards. It was the other game of the year.
See?
It
Oh,
was the other
dude.
game of the year. I'm not saying that this game's better.
Mhm.
They're both great. I mean, I'm just saying, like part of it's because I'm playing with my son, so
Right.
it's just fun to have him sitting there,
I got you.
cracking up, laughing, getting our butts kicked. So
Yeah, I got
a little
you.
bit of that. But I'm just saying, like if only somebody was to stream Streets of Rage 4 with me online,
We got to, Sim. We got to. We've been
Saying.
clamoring about that for the longest, man. We got to, dude. Oh, I got you. That's good. That's good. I gotta check it out now. I'll always love seeing new games that's popping up. I'm like, really? Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Smoke. What
Yo.
have you been playing these days, man?
Hardcore into just playing Man, where did I start? I'm playing multiple games. Cyberpunk, of course, I'm still on it. They just uploaded the 1.10 patch last night.
Okay.
So I haven't started playing that yet because I've been in the middle of Hitman.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm playing the whole Hitman trilogy.
No, Hitman. Now, real quick, go back to Cyberpunk, Smoke. I want to ask
Yeah.
you: has the game crashed on you yet? Like,
oh, the game has crashed on me on a couple of different times and all. I just learned to just deal with it. It doesn't come as often as it did way in the beginning, but even then, it was still, good to play and all. What people got to realize is that, yeah, Cyberpunk dropped the ball, and they dropped the ball in a massive way. But how many games do we know that have come out where they've dropped the ball and then they eventually worked out all the kinks and it became some of the best games. Witcher was one. You had No Man's Sky.
you're right. You're right.
I really think that's CD Projekt Red is really trying to make a serious effort. They're listening to the fans, but if people would stop trying to jump on their jock every 5 minutes and cut them a break and let them do what they need to do, I think sometimes, and I've said this before, sometimes people like to spread this negativity for clicks and likes. And
Definitely.
my thing is, look, it's a business. They made some bad business choices, some bad business decisions. The game overall is still a good game. You can still play it. I've been grinding on the game hard for way over like 40, 30 hours now. I mean, 40
Really?
hours and over. And it's still playable.
Right.
You got to be realistic that, okay, they dropped the ball. They're going to fix what they need to fix.
Okay.
It's just going to take a little bit longer. Like, in retrospect, I'm pretty sure they regretted putting out this game, making all these promises. There's so much controversy, was the demo a real demo? Was it a fake demo? Look, things happen. I've seen it happen. We've gotten promises like Aliens, Alien Clone Marines. It didn't turn out. Look at the Avengers. A lot of people are not happy with that. The same with what's the other game I'm thinking about? The Avengers and Anthem. So with CD Projekt Red, they're really listening to the fans, so they're taking the time to make these corrections as they go. Me personally, I'm just hoping that they listen to my request of a third-person mode, because I think originally I heard that they were supposed to put this. The original idea was to have this in a third-person mode.
Right.
So it would be cool to have that as an option. But again, if you can look past the bugs and everything, and they are working on it, they are fixing it, it's a good game. They did make a lot of more improvements with the new patch. So, all I can say is I'm gonna hang in there with them, because I believe that they'll turn it around.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you on that too. And I know that they said that they're going to probably put the full cleanup patch, I think, sometime in February and stuff like that too. So I want to get into the game, but I think I will wait until like the patches. But I mean, if you said you're enjoying the game as well right now, Smoke. I mean,
I would tell anyone that's playing, if you haven't played it yet, then wait for them to work it all out.
Right.
But if you're in the middle of playing it, just continue playing it. I mean, for the most part, people are playing it, and they're having a good time,
I'm like 4 hours into it, and I stopped because, well, for one, I mean, I was getting game crashes and stuff, and the other reason too is I just want to wait until the full-fledged PS5 version is available.
Right.
Like, I want that to be the game, and that draws me into the PS5. I was I'm okay to wait too, by the way. It's not me complaining. I'm just saying, if I paid for it with the intention of experiencing it that way, I have no problem waiting. It's fine. Like, I hope it comes in February. That was the original timetable. Now, I don't know what's going on with them now. I think that it's not a good situation. I wouldn't want to be an employee there.
Right.
I hope they get it together, because they do make good games. But, maybe we'll get some insight into this thing when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
We'll go back and say, this was a teachable moment. It was rushed, or maybe just people's expectations just weren't realistic.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, it has to be a workable game when a game comes out. I think that's like the bare minimum moving forward in this industry is like, look, man, maybe the game, it wasn't complete per se, but whatever was playable, worked.
Right.
It has to function. It can't crash every 5 minutes. Some of this stuff almost feels like, did anyone ever beta test any of this?
Well, we're now the beta testers now.
Did you not notice?
We're basically the beta testers now.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
I was a beta tester back in the day,
Mhm.
you know, for a couple different companies, and you know, like almost all the time, even when you were beta testing, like, I hate to say it, I know it was a simpler time too, so I know I'm comparing kind of like apples and oranges, but like, I mean, you would get a game and it was pretty much complete. Like, you could play a good part, or you would play, they would give you like a sample of a couple levels, but they worked really well. If they didn't, you would give them feedback. I mean, you know, but the game, like, I can't imagine a scenario where a game would completely just shut off mid-game and be like, oh, you know, it's
Right,
broke.
right.
You know, that just, I don't ever recall that happening. So I'm just curious, you know, what their process was there on quality control initially.
Yeah, but I mean, they got to get their crap together. Put it that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get their crap
yeah,
together.
but I think it's going to be a good game. I'm still optimistic.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna wait, but I know I'm gonna enjoy the game, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. You said, Smoke, you was playing Hitman as well too, right? Hitman, the first.
Yeah, I'm playing the Hitman trilogy. I started playing on PS4 Pro, and then I basically transferred it over to my PS5. Graphics, of course, everything is just smoother even on PS5. I'm kind of working my way towards Hitman 3, but I wanted to get back to the basics. Since I played Hitman 1, I'm working towards Hitman 2, and because the game is such an immersed game, and there's so many different scenarios that you could take out your targets and all, from poisoning them to simple just run and gun and shoot, or you could be very stealthy. You wear so many different disguises, takedowns, so many different scenarios, and it's so much fun. It has a very high replay value. And again, the graphics is phenomenal. I feel like I'm playing as Civic. Basically, I'm playing as Civic right now. That's all it is. Is me playing as Civic. You know?
That's a ball joke, Civ. Every
time I see Hitman, I think I can't get Civic out my mind. I'm like, oh, there goes Civic right there. I'm playing as Civic. So
I'll take the compliment.
Yeah. So, but no, it's a great game. I highly recommend, if you haven't gotten the game yet, go out, get it. It is worth the money. Like, they got so many unlockables, and I think right now they got a nice little deal on PS5 or PS4, and so you can get it at a very low price, and you're getting a bang for your buck. And then, you know, once I'm done, I can work over to getting the third installment, and by that time the price will be down. So, yeah, you know, it's a great investment. It's a great investment.
Gotcha. And you said, what was the last game you was playing?
Last game I'm playing, and I'm so glad they bought it back and they enhanced it and everything. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes, sir.
I so love that game.
Oh my God, me and you both do, man. Dude, this game is everything. Now, here's the thing, because I've been playing it with like other people like online as well too, right? Now, I don't know if you had like these glitches, but I don't know if you like the story wasn't advancing for you or something like that, or like you would.
No, I haven't had that problem.
You had that problem?
I've been advancing.
Okay. Because sometimes it's like, okay, why the story's not advancing for me? And sometimes, like, if I'm playing with somebody else, sometimes, like, they be punching, like, air. And I'm like, who you punching? Like, don't you see the enemy right in front of you? Like, no, we don't see an enemy right in front of me, dude. Like, so I think it's experience with, it happened because I got the game for the Epic Game Store on PC, and I got it for Nintendo Switch. And it happened on both platforms, and so I'm like, okay, this is a game thing. They got to fix the game a little bit, or at least do a patch.
I played it 3 hours. The first night it came out, I played it for 3 hours, and I didn't have any problems. I mean, they got so many hidden rooms, and I was able to go to so many extra levels, and where the rooms looked like they could be glitchy, but they weren't. It was a part of how the game was and all. But
right.
Man, I had so much fun playing.
Dude, I love this, man. I love this game. Even when it first came out, man. Oh my God.
So do you guys know?
Oh my God.
You guys understand? I think most people can look at this right now and say, okay, well, the game itself is based upon the artwork in the graphic novel, not really necessarily the movie. Although the movie was a great translation of the comic book. But do you know what game the play style was based off of? Like, it was a Nintendo Entertainment System game.
Oh, this is a good. Man, that should be
Oh, man.
that should
There's
be
a lot of references.
that should be a trivia question for Luna at the end of the show.
No.
I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. The chat will probably know too.
It's coming to me.
That
Because
this-
now that you think about it, because
It's a
he's always
good
dropping
game.
something, picking up stuff.
It looks almost just like this. I mean, the game plays just like this.
and this
too.
was this was
Real-
NES.
Yeah, NES.
Oh man.
What is it? Doggone it.
Yeah, this is this.
Because I would
One.
pick, and I know what game you're talking about, and it's not. It's on the tip of my tongue. God darn it!
Yeah, Civ, you got to give us
I
that
would
answer.
pick up weapons. Oh,
Right.
If one of you can just get it, I'll be happy because
I cannot get.
It's
And
one of the
I,
best
I
games
know
of
it's not.
all.
It's definitely not Streets of Rage.
oh, okay. So wait. So Civ on the chat, Genghis Ken on the Twitch chat said is River City.
Yes, River City.
Yeah, it's River City. Oh, good job, Genghis.
River
Okay.
City Ransom was the game. Yep, for the NES. Yeah, it had a real unique play style. There were a couple games based off of River City Ransom, but yeah, totally fun. Super Dodgeball was the other one. Had the same.
And that's what I was thinking about too.
yeah,
Super
that game
Dodgeball.
Too, so yeah, going back.
Oh, dude, but this game is amazing, dude. I'm glad it's back. You know, because I was missing it when I had it on the Xbox 360, dude. And yeah. So yeah, definitely. It's a game worth getting. If you want to play with people online, just hope to that doesn't bug out on you. So
Who got that trivia question right? Who was that?
that was on the chat. That was Genghis Ken on the Twitch chat. So yeah.
All right. Well, I think he's gonna have to be my new co-host because I can't believe
It was
none of you three people got it.
No, because I was thinking about Super Dodgeball, but it didn't register in my head yet. And but when Ken said River City, I was like, oh, that's true. River City did have the same game style.
It was by Trade West.
Got you.
Also made Double Dragon, a couple other little games you might know. Yeah.
Got you.
Going back.
That's good. That's good. So I mean, we got some good games we've been playing. I know we're gonna play some more good games when the month goes on too, man. You know what's so fun? I want to get into because this is recent news and just pretty much just came out just now, and I want to get you guys input. I know Smoke's been playing it for a little bit. I don't know if you've been playing Civ. I gave it a hard you know what I mean? But so the Resident Evil Showcase was out. I think it was a couple days ago. You know. Pretty much hosted by Brittany Brombacher from the West Good Games podcast. Again, if you want to get input on an all girls group for video game news, definitely follow West Good Games. They're really, really good. So Brittany Brombacher was the host of the Resident Evil showcase, and she did a good job. Now the thing is, looking at like the trailer and some of the gameplay, I mean, I gotta ask you guys. I mean, how did you feel about that gameplay? I'm just gonna put it up, man. But how did you feel about that little trailer, the little gameplay, some like the added kinks to it, man? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think they're holding back.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I think that there's sort of a thing with horror games in general. When you preview them, it's not like any other genre. You can't show too much because it relies so heavily upon the moment. So I don't think they're going to show us like a big jump scare or something like that. That's like something you would have to play in a game. I think they're just demonstrating atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think it's a gorgeous looking game. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
I played
awesome.
I played the demo, and basically, you know, where it's basically more exploratory, figuring out a couple of puzzles and all. But overall, like Civ said, it's a beautiful game. I personally, I think it's going to be a great game. But as I stated earlier, just like I did with Resident Evil 7, I would love this to go to VR because I know when I play this, if I was to play this game in VR, just as much as it freaked me out in 7 in VR, I know this will be just as good in VR.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that by the time it comes out, that the people at Capcom say, hey, if you have it on PS4, you can also play it on PS5 in virtual world. And I think it'd be great. I mean, they already did it with 7. They gave you the opportunity to either play it in VR or not in VR.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the game, like Sid said, they're not going to show everything, because just like a movie, if you showed everything in the trailer,
yeah, you're going to be pissed.
Going to see in a movie.
Yeah,
you
true.
know? So I don't want to know about a lot in the game. Give me some of the quick, you know, hit and run, some highlights. That's it. You know,
I'll tell you what
I
I
like to be
thought.
surprised.
What I thought it did well is it makes me want more. I mean, I definitely do want to play it. I mean, that's effective. Like, I don't sit here and go, I know what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting here going, I want to know what that's about. So
Because
to me,
here's the question.
kind of effective. I don't know.
Well, here's the question. Everyone that played 7, we didn't know what the game was going to turn out to be. We didn't know that we were going to see Chris Redfield at the end.
Right, that's
Alexa,
true.
Alexa, did you play Resident Evil 7?
I haven't played any of them. I don't do horror games.
Boo!
Okay.
I'm kind of the same way a little bit. But go ahead,
I'm a scaredy cat. I don't do scary. I can't. I physically cannot.
I'm with you on that, Luna. And
Boo, boo, boo.
And these guys know I always have a rule when it comes to scary games. I got to be either running, it got to be the run mechanic, or it has to be like I have to have a weapon. That's the 2 main rules. I have to either have a run. I gotta have a run mechanic.
But you got both in this game.
Right,
right. Play this game then.
Right. I could play this
well
game
with Outlast.
I could no, because Outlast I couldn't do it, dude.
There's no weapons at all.
Dude,
No.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with the Resident Evil. What was it? The one that you just walk around that stupid house, man. I couldn't do it because I played a little bit of that and I said no, I'm done. But this one, here's the thing. I could play this one, but the thing is that I can't. I don't know. It just didn't wow me. It's just like, yeah, you know what? It's not a really scary factor. First of all, the protagonist, those vampire girls, man, that tall lady. I mean,
the antagonist, you mean?
Oh, the antagonist. You're right. The antagonist. I'll get my
Thank you,
freaking things wrong. The antagonist. So the vampire ladies and the tall girl, right? You know, it's just they're not scary to me. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like you know, I don't know, man. It's just
Again, it's scratching the surface. They're not going to. Of course, they're going to show the ladies, but they're not going to reveal. You, if you know anything about Resident Evil, you know for a fact that that's not going to be. It's misdirection. So they're getting you to think, oh, it's going to be about these vampires when there's really a bigger picture to it. And
That's right.
you know, so we know that there's more from any of the previews you saw prior. You know, there's a bigger story that's going to go with this, and you know it's coming. There's been little hints. There have been little indications. So most of us Resident Evil fans that have been around that know, they're like, oh yeah, this is a bigger picture to this game. It's not going to be, oh, it's about these girls or vampire chicks. No, it's not. It's more than that. It's
Yeah.
See, I'll be the first one to admit. I'm sorry, Alexa. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even when the trailer starts, the like vampire mother is already talking to somebody else. Like, yeah, he's a bit of a problem for us, but we got it. So you know they're not the end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Facts. That's true.
So,
You know, I'm not like a lifelong Resident Evil fan. I tried to get into the early ones on the first PlayStation. I know you are. Look, okay, see, here's the deal. The first Resident Evil game, I mean, maybe I wasn't in the right mindset, but I found it very, very. I mean, the controls were god awful. Ugh, they were horrible. Just some of the mechanics of it. Like, I know that we look back on things and we think of them. You know, we look at them through rose-tinted glasses sometimes, and I know for the time it was scary because essentially there was nothing like it.
right.
But I don't think that those games have aged particularly well. I know I'm going to catch hell for it because I know it's a classic franchise. I do respect everything it's done. I know we wouldn't have the games we have now without it.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have Dead Space. We wouldn't have Dead by Daylight. We wouldn't have Outlast. But I'm much more a fan of the later Resident Evil games because I just think
did
that
you
they,
like the reboots?
I like the reboots are fine.
Right.
I like the reboots a lot, and I like you know, like from Resident Evil 4 and up. I think that they got exponentially better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the stories made better sense. The mechanics were better. The experience was deeper. Plus, you have the advantage of technology being better, so they could make themselves more immersive. But yeah, I mean, like I slept on Resident Evil 7 for a while. I wanted to wait until kind of the hype died down because I kept seeing spoilers online. I'm like, all right, I gotta ignore this. So after all that was cleansed from my mind, then I played it and I was like, yeah, this is dope. This is a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
Really good game.
And they paid a lot of nods to a lot of the like the Evil Deads and a lot of these other
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw. With Resident Evil 1, when it first came out back in the day, for me, it was like you said, it was nothing like that came out. I wanted to have the uncut version where it had all this like now it's so mild compared to where we're at now. But back then it was like, yo, you know, you get the uncut version, you were like the you know, you were like the coolest kid on the block.
Mhm.
And
I had the director's cut.
yeah, the director's
I had
cut.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You know
That's
what?
right.
You know what I could never. You know what I never liked. We can keep talking, but Mark, can you do me a favor in the meantime? Can you bring up the Resident Evil 1 PlayStation 1 box art?
The Resident Evil 1 PlayStation 1 box art. Let's see.
I don't mean to derail.
And I know where that art came from too. So
Yeah, bring that out real quick because we got to talk about this. This thing bothers me so.
for the American version, when they did the Western version of it, and I was like, I know what movie that's from.
Oh,
And
cool.
I was like, what the what? Like the Japanese one was way better. The
Yeah.
the
Get
Japanese
the American,
one,
get that
Biohazard.
American box art up.
So
Let's see
I'm,
this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
so hold on, cuz. So you got to be kidding me, man. Cuz
Hey, let's ask the fans what movie is this from?
so I'm gonna put it up for the chat because this what in the world is this, man?
Yeah. Can
Oh
we
my God.
talk? Can we talk about this for a second? Because this has bothered the hell out of me for decades. What is going on? What am I even looking at? It looks like a Rorschach pipe dream,
Is that a
fever dream.
Rorschach pipe dream?
What's going on? Oh, and by the way, I just don't understand why his face is all.
It's just all dismangled, cuz. I mean, like,
Yeah, zoom in on
you
this.
know
thing,
what? Later,
man.
let me see. I'm a dude. This is so weird.
What I want to see is how well people remember who was this emulated after and from what movie.
See, I know you know Smoke just because
Oh,
you
yeah,
brought the reference,
yeah.
so I'm not going to
So-
say a word.
When
I'm
it
not
first
gonna,
came out, I was like, yo, how the hell were they even licensed to do that, let alone get away with that?
Right,
well,
right.
It's the same kind of thing Konami did when they did the Contra games, stealing
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger right out of Predator. But, you know, it was whatever.
It's oh my god, dude. It's weird looking, dude. Hold on, I gotta.
I hated that box art so bad. To this day, I can't figure out
Here it is.
what is doing on that cover, man.
Here it is. So let me zoom it up for the people that
And I think they eventually changed the backdrop to make it more like he was in the house. The original.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the original. But then they updated it with the same image with him,
I mean,
and and the backdrop was more like the house. He was in the house.
it's weird. It's like weird wallpaper with tarantulas. He's wearing camouflage pants, but his face is all like
He's like,
I can't even do it. It's like it hurts.
Yo, dude.
Dirt. That's the original derp face right there, man.
What the world, guys? Listen.
And not only that, but here's the thing: if you have all these monsters coming at you and you're reacting in this horrified look, why are you pointing your weapon all the way to like the side?
Right,
Like,
you would be trained
Right.
right there in front. Yeah, exactly.
like dog, you got a big old pump shotgun. Like, go shoot something.
Like, I'm gonna shoot some of
Dark
them.
game, dark. My
Well,
mom
let's see if
told
the
me to
audience
get something
knows
for dinner.
what image is this from. The character's image.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know in the chat?
What movie this is from?
What movie this is from?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Dude. See, oh my god. I don't
Fun.
yeah, we'll let the chat kind of, figure that out, man. But that's I can't tell, cuz that's
If they don't know, I want to tell it.
oh, dude.
You might as well go ahead. If they don't know by now, they're not going to know.
Yeah,
All right, this image is image from the movie Judge Dredd.
wow.
And then Sylvester Stallone. There's a scene where Stallone has a big rifle and he has his helmet off, and he's in that same exact pose. So if you go back, look at Judge Dredd. There's a scene with Sylvester Stallone as Dredd.
Mhm.
He's in prison garb. It's exactly the prison garb. All they did was go in and change his face and make his eye go this way and the other eye go that way and everything else. But yeah,
They've done that so many times because remember the original Metal Gear box art was Michael
Yeah.
Biehn from Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, like how many times? Like that's something that you would expect though back in the 8-bit era, back when like the gaming industry was just kind of like refining its footing after the crash of '83. They're like, okay, well, limited budgets, not a lot of time for box art. That's why you got that mangled up Mega Man box art going on.
but you know what? The art made me want to buy the game, so I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, some games yes,
Yeah.
some games no.
Contra was one of those.
Yeah,
Contra,
oh yeah.
I'm like,
Dude,
yeah.
the Contra
Yes.
And Stallone, I got to play Rambo and Commando.
Exactly. That's
First of
what
all,
that's
we got to admit, like of the 8-bit era, Konami had the best box art
mhm.
ever. You know what? Even outside of the 8-bit era, their box art was like unparalleled. The only other company I can say that always consistently had great box art was SquareSoft.
Yeah.
Like Konami and SquareSoft, those two can do no wrong. It's always great with them.
Jeez, dude.
Till somebody brings up an example of one that wasn't good.
It's,
That's gonna happen.
it's just weird, man. But that's what's Resident Evil back then and Resident Evil now, man. Like I said, it's good to be
World of difference.
in this generation,
it
man,
is.
of great art. Yeah, some great graphics and stuff like that. Look, you look at that back then. We thought that cover art was probably fire, man. You know what I mean? That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Yo, I gotta cop that game. Yo, you guys got that game that goes, you got this game? Like,
Oh my god.
the dude at Electronics Boutique is sitting there going,
Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. So just I think Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil 8 Village, is going to be coming out. I believe May
7th, I think.
May 7th. Thank you, Lydia. Yeah. So it should
nice.
be. So definitely, like I said, reserve that if that's your cup of tea. Definitely go and grab that. Make sure that you pretty much don't die because you will die a lot. So, but anyway, that's how it is, man. It looks good, but it's like to me, it just didn't hit me. But like I said,
So Mark, if you're not into horror games, sorry, hold on, Smoke. Just one quick
yeah,
question.
go ahead.
If you're not into horror games, how can you? I'm not trying to, give
Oh,
you a
bust my
hard
balls,
time.
dude. Bust my balls.
How
Go.
can you what would get you to play a horror game?
No. Here's the
Yes,
thing.
nuts.
Here's the thing. I'm not into. So the thing is, I'm not into horror games. I will play a horror game just to play it. It's not my cup of tea though. You know what I mean? So I will play it and get my thoughts on it too, man. Because I played the past couple Resident Evils, man. You know what I mean? Like because first of all, like I was fascinated with Mr. X and everything too, and I'm just like I gotta run away and all that too. Like that's fascinating. You know what I mean? So I will do that, but it will be certain. Like I said. The only way I will never play a horror game is just those two mechanics that are involved, man. I gotta run, I gotta have a weapon. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the only two. Other than that, cuz it's like, dude, you're gonna have to kidnap me and strap me down to a chair in order to play like a game like Outlast, man.
Smoke. What,
I wanna
say, man.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say to Mark, I'm like, to me, like some people have their own preferences. Like for me, like I love games depending on what pulls me. Like Mark, you have a passion for Knuckles.
Yeah.
You have a passion for Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Mario. That's your passion. So where you're more excited when a game like that comes out. Of course, you're going to be excited. For someone like me, it's like, okay, yeah, that's a good game. It's got me like, okay, cool. I'm not going to be jumping up and down. Where versus I'm jumping up and down about Resident Evil 8 because yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the game. Yeah, there's a lot of games. I mean, it depends on your taste. So yeah, I'm not going to knock you because you don't like horror games. I think you're a little wimpy because of it.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Because I'm like, yo, what if we threw you a game and you're like, come on, dog, come on, man. I mean, why you gotta
No,
like that?
this is what we need to. Okay, new segment, new PTC segment. We assign Mark. You know those two twins on YouTube. I love these guys. That they do like the first time they ever listen to a song. It's like a reaction video.
Yeah.
Like, and they sit there and it's like, okay, here's a Phil Collins video, and they just bop out to it and give like a real time review. We need to give Mark horror games and be like, go ahead, kind of like, yo, Smoke. Remember that time I was at your crib and I was like, yo, play PT.
Oh, dude.
I was sitting there watching him play, and I already knew stuff was coming, and I'm sitting there going,
dude, it's you know what?
He made it through though. He got through.
He got through. Here's the thing.
Because Mark, I remember you were playing Resident Evil 7. I was on the phone with you, or you were over here.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, come on, man. Come on, stop, dog. Oh, man. You had me on the floor. You were like, no, dog, I'm done, man. I'm done.
It's the same as, I'm going to throw this to Luna because I know Luna want to say something so badly, too.
Yeah.
You know what, Luna? Go say what you want to say, Luna. Go ahead.
So, y'all probably played the game Phasmophobia.
No, I'm not playing
well,
it.
I know you haven't played it, Nux.
Yeah.
Nux refuses to play this game to the point where he told people, if y'all get Luna to play, then I'll play it. Luna played the game. Nux. I played the game.
Okay. So here's my defense real quick, right? Here's my defense. Okay. Luna played one time. Okay. Now, if you go back
one time.
One time for the one time. Okay. She cried on that stream. I will be worse than Luna, man, because here's the thing. Phasmophobia, man, again, that's a game you can't run. That's a game you don't have weapons. You just go in. It's like a ghost fighting.
It's ghost hunting.
It's ghost hunting, like on the A&E channel. You know what I mean? It's like ghost hunting. And I can't stand that.
That's on PC only, right?
That's on PC only. I think the chat could correct me.
Because I know about it, but I haven't played it.
Yeah, chat will probably
It
correct me,
looked
but I think
cool.
it's on
It looked
PC.
cool,
It's cool. I like to watch people play. I like to see like other people, like especially on my Discord. Like I have people like Bunny and Stormy play and all that too. They're really good. But it's like I cannot play for myself because you got to actually go in the house and be like, you got to call out the dead person's name.
You gotta talk to them.
Brian Lessick, are you there? Brian Lessick, are you there? And he's speaking in your head. I'm like, nah, I can't, because he's speaking in your
My
ear.
name is Civic Minded.
Yeah, I can't. And if they reply back to you, I'm like, no, I can't, man. Nah, I'm good. That's the thing. It's just I can't do.
Video games is the devil, Bobby Boucher.
That's what my mom would probably
But
say.
this one literally is.
Yo,
Like
Go to church.
there are different types of ghosts, and like you got your demons, your poltergeists, your
nope,
like
nope, mm-mm,
yeah,
nope,
mm-mm.
nope.
I stayed in the truck as long as possible.
And that's the thing, yeah. You can stay in the truck, but it's like they don't want
Yeah.
exciting gameplay from that. I'm gonna tell you right now, for those in the chat, if you want to see a legit person cry, go on Luna Chibi Fox's Twitch, man, and watch her past stream. She actually cried during the gameplay, and first of all, it was sad, but it was hilarious at the same time too, man, because tears running down her face playing it, man. So again,
So how you gonna make a deal with her? Don't carry out the deal.
and retract on the deal.
And her being sad and crying and all, and you won't even man up or mud up.
And listen, I'm not mudding up. I ain't mudding up on that game because I'm never mudding up on that game.
Man. You ain't right.
That's all it is, man. Moving on because
Moving on.
Nice.
Moving on. So
Nice
Microsoft cancels Xbox Live Gold price increase following criticism. Now here's the thing. Here's the we're gonna kind of crash on Xbox. And again, like I said, I have love for Xbox too, but what they did right here was like, you got to be kidding me. So originally, Xbox Live was going to be increased yearly to $120 a year. I said, you got to be kidding me. Now, this is the update for today. According to PCMag.com, when Microsoft announced Xbox Live Gold subscription prices were set to increase today, the news was met with a lot of criticism and anger. Microsoft was listening, and in a surprise move has decided to cancel the price hike as well as remove the need for a Gold subscription for free-to-play games. Now, here's a statement that Xbox said yesterday. They said, "We messed up today, and you were right to let us know. Connecting and playing with friends is a vital part of gaming, and we failed to meet the expectations of players who count on it every day. As a result, we have decided not to change Xbox Live Gold pricing. We're turning this moment into an opportunity to bring Xbox Live more in line with how we see the player at the center of this experience. For free-to-play games, you will no longer need an Xbox Live Gold membership to play those games on Xbox. We are working hard to deliver this change as soon as possible in the coming months. If you are an Xbox Live Gold member already, you stay at the current price for renewal. New and existing members can continue to enjoy Xbox Live Gold for the same prices they pay today. In the US, $9.99 for 1 month, $24.99 for 3 months, $39.99 for 6 months, and $59.99 for 12 months. Thank you." That was their apologetic letter, man.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, because they've dropped the ball like this before, and they turned around and I was watching it on IGN yesterday, and they even made the comment. They were like, "Hey, if the fans complain enough, they might turn it around and this policy might not go through." Within 24 hours, boom. What happened? Oh, hey guys, we were just joking. Woo,
All right, so look, man, I give them credit for rolling it back, but two things. One, it just proves that it wasn't absolutely necessary to begin with. It was them being greedy. Secondly, look, man, it's all about timing. You know, this country is currently experiencing record unemployment. It's in a down economy. Stock market isn't what it is. People don't have a lot of money anyway. You just convinced everybody to go out and buy your system, and like what, 2 months later, all of a sudden the subscription doubles. Listen, man, if you want to increase the price, it's all on you. That's fine if you could substantiate it. But if you double the price of something at the box,
Yeah.
people are going to ask questions like, first off, why? Okay, if you want to bump your price up, do it like a little bit, like incrementally. You know, PlayStation Plus, when it first launched, I think it was $49.99. They've only increased the price one time over the course of, I'm going to get it wrong, but I know it's more than 10 years now. I don't know how many years. It's now $60 for a year. Okay, you know, I'm not saying that's not a lot of money, but at least they didn't say, hey man, this year, it's going to be $100. 2 years from now, $200, maybe $300 down the road. Are you out of your mind? Why did they not think initially there was going to be backlash? Plus, you're Microsoft. You're Microsoft.
Yeah.
I know that people say, oh, they have enough money, but what am I getting twice of to justify paying double? If I go into a Honda dealership tomorrow and all of a sudden, you know, a Honda Civic is twice the price of what it was yesterday, I want to know why. What, does it have 8 tires now? Like, what am I getting? You're not getting anything more. So you're saying, like, just because you feel like taxing me more on this thing, I have to just buy into it because I'm already, like, you know, I'm already vested as a gamer. God, that's like, it's nauseating, man.
Yeah.
You can't do stuff like that. Bump your price up $10, okay?
Now, see
Whatever.
if they follow through with this. I mean, like I said, it would have been a crazy sad day for a lot of Xbox players, man. You know. Now I gotta direct this to Luna because of course she's the PlayStation girl here. Now, if Xbox was let's say Xbox did raise the price up to 120. Would you assume that PlayStation would do the same thing? Kind of like, okay, they're making money. Xbox is trying to make a lot of money. Do you think that if PlayStation did the same? Let's say PlayStation did the same thing. What would be your first take on that?
I'd have to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I'd still play PlayStation, but I'd have to stop. Like, I wouldn't renew my PS Plus.
See? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, you think about it, man, it's not, and Civ, you kind of, you know, hit the mark on it, man, especially with the year that we were going through with this pandemic, with unemployment, you know?
Okay, now how about people like you? Now listen, I am not a big Xbox gamer. I'll cop to that, okay? But for those of you that have both consoles, one console is still going to charge you the same amount and the other one is now double. Why do people think, I'm not saying that being a fanboy, fangirl is a good thing, but this is what creates that, is when one company loses its mind and does something incredibly stupid or haphazard or irresponsible, you lose that faith, that customer base. Like, you're penalizing people who are supporting you. You're not making it easier to get your service. You're making it a lot harder. And I'm going to tell you something too. Now, we know that the demographic of Xbox gamers is a little bit younger for the most part than PlayStation gamers. But it offsets just by a little bit. That's just a fact of marketing. It's just how it is. So they actually have less money to spend. Like, you know, many of them don't even have jobs or anything yet. Like, same thing is like, okay, I'll give you the big example would be the Switch. Okay, it's mostly targeted to younger gamers. Okay, I know that people of all ages play it, but predominantly speaking, it's younger gamers. Okay, what if they all of a sudden, just out the box, Nintendo was like, you know what, to play our games online, we're gonna charge $100 a year. What parent is gonna do that?
Yeah,
kids can't afford it. You could save your allowance all year, you might not have $100. So I don't know what they're thinking. There was that argument a couple of years ago where they said, you know, online gaming should just be free. It should be built into the price of when you buy the game, you play it however it is intended to be played. Smoke, I think you've made that argument. Go ahead, set it up. If I'm wrong, let me know.
You said, as far as, well, look, when you're buying this, when you have a system like, I thought that when Xbox came out with that Game Pass, I thought it was the smartest thing they could have done. And as far as you're getting these games basically for free, and all you have to do is pay a yearly price. Hey man, you're getting a bang for your buck. If you end the subscription, those games go. But if you don't end the subscription, keep the games as long as you want. I just feel that, and originally, you know, because I remember I was dogging out Xbox for the last year.
Yeah.
When the Xbox Series X came out, and I was talking about how simple it is, transition-wise, and I mean, you're getting a bang for your buck, and I found myself playing it more. When they made that announcement yesterday, all I kept thinking about the greed factor. And I started laughing because I'm like, here we go again. You remember PlayStation was talking about upping the prices on their games and possibly going to $80 per game. And all of a sudden, you notice that died out. Like, you really, like, now I'm looking at prices on games that are coming out, no more than $60, maybe a little bit over, but that's because they have those special bundles. So PlayStation kind of dialed it back. And the thing is, like you said, Siv, it is not the time. If you're going to do something like that, do it gradually. But you better give them something in return because, like you said, for me, when you're doing something like this, you're going to turn off fans. Right now, this, between you had the scalpers and all that crap that was going on last year, and now the the systems are coming out more frequently. You didn't have you had a fairly decent turnout. Xbox right now does not have a major AAA game coming out, other than what they've been having with the Game Pass. Hey, man, you got a thing that's working. Don't mess it up by turning around now. Oh, now we're confident now. Now we're going to up the price. Are you insane?
Mm-hmm.
Are you insane?
That's
sitting back again. They're slowly starting to do like this.
That's a classic drug dealer move. That first fix is free.
Yep.
So that you think, oh wow, I like that drug dealer. For all the kids out there, don't do drugs, by the way. This is a stupid analogy, I realize. And
Those are for losers.
Yes, winners don't use drugs. William F. Sessions. But the thing is, man, I mean, you get that first taste and you're like, hey, this is really cool. Okay, then you want to charge for it. Okay, that's fine. But then when you double the price and bump it up exponentially over a short period of time, that's not good. You're going to just, listen, man, if I was even toying around with the idea of getting an Xbox, paying $120 a year for a subscription service would definitely turn me off. I'd be like, you know what? I was on the fence, but F that, man. I'm not down with paying $120. What is that? Like, what's an Amazon Prime subscription these days? Isn't that kind of like on par? Isn't it around?
Amazon Prime is $13, like $14
per year?
Oh, for a year.
Like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to compare.
Right.
Yeah.
For a yearly subscription, let's just say it would be roughly. Yeah. Okay. So what's that? $13 a month. So yeah, it's. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm trying to just think of the game.
Yeah, but if if you got all these people, you already told these people this is going to be the price. This was your selling point. Mm-hmm. This is what you strived and talking all that crap for the last 6-7 months, and trying to outdo PlayStation, and even make PlayStation turn around and say, hey, maybe we need to, redo our setup. Then you turn around and do this foolishness. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get the backlash. Here's the thing. Right now, to me, the video game industry, like with Cyberpunk and all this, I think that, and even with Cyberpunk, not trying to switch it, but even with Cyberpunk, and I think, Civ, you were the one who brought this up, or if it wasn't, it was someone else. It's amazing now all these game producers and developers now are kind of like, oh yeah, we're going to push this game back, or hey, we got this game coming, but it's not coming out until 22 or 23. Mm-hmm. Before, they were like Cyberpunk, they were putting it out before. Oh, now you have certain games like Resident Evil 7 that they're confident of, and they have a history where they're like, hey, we got this game ready. They've been putting out a game almost every year. Resident Evil, Capcom's been putting out, boom, boom, boom. So the thing is, what I'm saying is, stop making all these big, decisions and not think there's going to be repercussions because you're trying to make that extra money, because the consumer is going to fight back. And I think that's what's coming down to, the consumer, not taking the line down anymore. Whether it's PC, whether it's Xbox, whether it's PlayStation, whether you're buying a console piece, whether you're buying a component, people are sick and tired of getting the shim, getting all, again, even with this doggone all the systems being not pirated, but the scalpers and everything, man, people are getting sick and tired of this mess.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things next month, for next month's show, we have a guest coming in. Breaking news: Howard Scott Warshaw is going to be a guest on PTC. One of the most interesting guys in the history of the industry. One of the top designers from back in the day for the Atari 2600. Yeah, HSW is coming in. We're going to be talking to him, and he has created many a fine game, and he also created E.T. for the Atari 2600.
Oh man,
it's a bit of an infamous game. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there's some parallels I want to draw, and there's some things I want to ask him. If you know the story about the launch of the game E.T. on the Atari 2600 back in '83, it wasn't received well. And it was considered, people considered it like the worst game
ever.
of all time. And it destroyed the video game industry. That's nonsense. But what happened was with that game, and we're going to talk to him about it, so I don't want to give too much away. But the game, in retrospect, we realize now the game was rushed out. He wasn't given a lot of time. It wasn't a team of people working on that game. It was him and one other guy. He had a little bit of help on, but he was given 5 weeks by Steven Spielberg and the executives at Atari to create a game. When it came out, it didn't do well. Okay, and people were upset, and they threw the game in the garbage dump in Alameda, New Mexico or whatever. Whatever. We all know the story. But I want to ask him, all this time has passed, and we still have this as a recurring issue in the industry. Like, how can a thing like Cyberpunk happen? I know that we keep going back and we're dogging this topic to death. Since we just brought it up again, I just wanted to say, I want to ask him, be like, 30 some years later, man, like, here we are again. Like, we're talking about one game that is this big disaster. Like, are we as gamers being unfair in our expectations? Are developers just simply not being heard when they ask for resources, when they ask for time? Is marketing taking over? Are they trumping quality control? What's going on? Why do we keep having this happen? This is not the first time. Smoke brought up some great examples too in recent history. Alien Colonial Marines, No Man's Sky. What was the other? Anthem. Anthem was the other one. That was one.
The Avengers.
Avengers.
No Man's Sky, Anthem. And here's my thing. You really can't blame the consumers. You can't blame the gamers,
right?
Because it goes back to the developers, not developers, but the companies, because you're building up the hype. We all know Cyberpunk was built. The hype was built for 2 years, not even 2 years, but prior to that. But the really build up was the last 2 years. And everyone, when they showed you the demo at E3, and people were coming back and like, oh, we had a closed session to see the demo, and you couldn't play it, but we could watch it, and people were raving over it. I mean, all like the video game, our fellow video game broadcasters from E3 all the way to Yeon, they were raving over this. And it got me all hyped, like, oh man, this is going to get, I mean, Civ and myself, including Mark, we were talking about like, hey, people were taking time off from work because this game was going to be the be all to end all. When they started pushing it back, we were like, okay. They pushed it back once, twice, 3 times. And again,
lady.
I hate you.
It's like, it's the hype. It's the hype. When you do that to the fans, that's why I'm sick and tired of when they show these like E3 conventions and they have these games that are not coming out for another 2 years. Then don't show me the game right now. I don't want to even know. Like the Monkey King game. I mean, listen, I'm a big Monkey King fan. I cannot wait for that game. But yeah, you gave me a little bit of taste. Now, I don't want to see nothing for the next 3 years until
right,
6 months before you got the game.
I forgot about that.
Do you understand? I've been telling people this for a long time. People, I know friends of mine have they look at me strangely when I say this, but this is why I don't play betas. I don't play early previews of games. I don't give much credence to videos that I see. When Ubisoft dropped that E3 trailer of Watch Dogs, that was deceptive marketing. It wasn't, what they showed us was not indicative of the final game. It's just a fact. And I never got over that. It really burned me. I'm like, as good as this game is ever going to be, and it was for the, PS4?
Was for the PS4.
PS4. Thank you. It was like a launch title for the PS4.
Right.
And I was so burned when I got that game. It was broken. It didn't look right. It didn't play quite right. I was like, man, and that stuck with me ever since. I was like, I hate when they do that. Alien Colonial Marines did the same thing. I liked the game. I didn't love it. It was all right. I've talked about that. It's like one unpopular game that I did like, but it was nothing like the trailer. Nothing like it at all.
Yeah, right.
I just love Aliens too much not to like something that has aliens. I'm just partial.
Yeah, fun fact, the Aliens, what's it called? Aliens Isolation, man, is on sale now. I think for like $4.99, I believe. Man.
That is a spectacular.
Now I go lie. That's a game that I got into, because I'm a huge Aliens fan anyway. So I will get into that. I probably will play it again, man. Just get my butt scared. But yeah, it's right now. Like I said, it's really good too, man. Shut up, Luna. Yeah, you will get into that. But yeah.
Just fun, what you talking about?
Just fun fact, it's like I said, it's out now. Other news that's also coming out now is the pretty much Ghost of Tsushima 2 is being in the works. Now, this is also from PSU.com. This is a good take. It says it looks like Ghost of Tsushima 2 might be in the works at Sucker Punch, with a new job listing heavily suggested this to be the case. A new job listing for a combat designer on the Sucker Punch website has just gone live, and one of the requirements for the position is that you must have played Ghost of Tsushima and understand its core combat system. So that would stop it right there, man.
I like how we just went from talking about don't hype games that like are too early because like, we're talking about a Sucker Punch game, so it's okay.
Exactly.
They've earned our trust. Sucker Punch, you're still cool.
Oh, dude, and well earned, especially being Game of the Year for the Game Awards. You know, how hype are we, man, for Ghost of Tsushima 2, man? Like,
well, seeing the fact I was one of their poster boys talking how much I loved the first one. Remember, I was the one who was coming out the gate was like raving over this game. Again, now the one thing I'll say about Sucker Punch, let me just say this. There have been games that came out of nowhere within a 6-month period. They got us hyped and this game is coming out. And you're like, whoa, this game is that awesome that it's coming out. With Sucker Punch putting out Ghost of Tsushima, you could tell they put in the work from the graphics, from the gameplay. You could see it from people playing it. This is how you know you got a good game. When you got actual people, not just PC gamers, but console gamers playing the demo. Not trying to sidetrack people, not waiting to rush the demo to the very week before the game comes out. You got the actual demo where people have been playing it leading up to like months before the game comes out. That's how you know you have a good game. It has been proven time after time again, like Ghost of Tsushima, like these other games. When you have to hear that people haven't played a game, like if they put out Resident Evil, like they put out this demo, I was happy with the demo.
Mm-hmm.
There was no guns and all, but the fact that they gave us a chance to see a little bit of hands-on, I thought that was a smart business move because now you're pulling me in. Now you got me wanting to, and they're like, look, we're going to start right off the bat. We got pre-orders coming.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. We got the game coming out in less than 3 months. That's how you do it. When you're setting it up like that, and then you're giving the audience something to play with. Just a little taste. How many games that we have seen that have come out that are really top tier games, God of War and all, but people got a chance to play it. Some of us that really want to play, but you got people that are playing it and telling you their experience behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Those games I'm always looking forward to. It's those games that you don't know too much about. They're not showing too much. They're not letting you play. It was the same with the Avengers. When the Avengers came out, I remember how hype I was. And they went to the thing. They were showing the demo of it at E3. And I'm like, guys, what are you doing? And they didn't really let anyone try it. And then they did. And they waited months. And it was just like, one of the things, this is the other thing I'm going to say. One of the things that, if you're going to put out a top tier game, they made this mistake with Titanfall. They made this mistake with a couple of these games. Stop trying to sell the idea that you can sell a multiplayer game on an IP that you know for a fact everyone's going to want to play. You knew daggone well Spider-Man did well on its own without being multiplayer and all. Yet you're going to put out one of the top like superhero teams together. You know for a fact that people are dying to play it in the privacy of their home. They don't want to play with a whole bunch of other people, a whole bunch of other strangers. They want to have the experience of playing it by themselves without the idea of having multiplayer. Now, granted, you have your CODs and all that stuff. Yeah, that's fine. But when you're talking about an IP that you have a superhero IP that you're trying to use as a multiplayer game that you got to play online to play. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work. Look at Anthem. Anthem is another one. Titanfall. And when they started getting their stuff together with Titanfall 2, it was way better. But again, stop putting out these games and thinking that we're going to automatically want to play a game with everyone else, especially with a unique IP like Marvel put out. What were they thinking? Now they're trying. Now people are like the gameplay on the Avengers now is very low. Why? Because it's like first they were talking all this good stuff. We got all these characters coming, and then they started slacking up. Then they made the mistake of saying, well, we got Spider-Man, but they're only going to be exclusive for PlayStation, not for Xbox. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they
I'm like,
messed that up and all that.
they got some great DLCs coming whenever they come out. They were
Yeah.
supposed to come out with the DLC 2 months ago,
Mhm.
but they kept pushing it back. And so that's not going to pull me in. They're making the same mistake like Anthem did. And I was one of those people that was looking forward to Anthem coming out. But when I saw all the reviews, I saw how this was set up. I'd played the demo. I was like, the demo, yeah, it's cool. You can fly and all. But they hyped us on at E3 with all these little things you could do in Anthem. And then it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. Same with Cyberpunk. So again, I blame those companies that are thinking more about this and not about the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, Ghost of Tsushima is a prime example. It came out, it did what it was supposed to do. Then they gave you, because it does such a good job, they gave the fans something extra. They gave you a free DLC. Not only did they give you a free DLC that's multiplayer, but you could play it by yourself or with a group of people,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. And again, the play. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how it gets me all hyped when I see. And again, as a person who's been playing games for the longest, it's a matter of marketing your game correctly.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to be one of those companies that goes under. Now, props out to No Man's Sky, the people at No Man's Sky, and the same with Witcher. That's why I got faith in CD Projekt Red that they'll make a comeback. But look at these two games. I'm using that as an example. I mean, No Man's Sky especially, and it made a huge comeback.
Mm-hmm.
So again, be smarter. Don't these not developers, but these companies need to be smarter than that.
And the fact that
Alexa, I got a question for Alexa just real quick. Have you ever been hyped for a game and you saw a preview for it and you played it and just were like completely disappointed?
It's happened. I know it's happened. I just can't remember which one at this moment. I think like when games do that to me, I kind of put them at the very back of my mind.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. And that's how
Probably
it
the
is.
mature thing to do. I have not yet reached that level of maturity, but that's good. It's a good outlook.
That's how it is too. And it's the same. Like I said, I'll do the same thing too. Like a game would be mad hype that was like trash and all that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to just completely wipe that from my memory at all times, man. So, I mean, big expectations for Ghost of Tsushima 2, even though it's going to be years until that game comes out. You know, I mean, they're just doing the job listings now. I know a lot of people's been playing it. I know Looney about to play it as well too. You're probably going to grind into that. And I've seen a lot of good gameplay. Yeah, going through the story was great. It's going to be amazing, dude. Like I said, that's why it deserves a Game of the Year for 2020. So yeah, we can only look up as far as, and just for this little teaser that they're saying that they announcing that they need to hire a position or to hire a guy or a girl or whoever, man, to be a combat designer. Now we're all hyped. It's just a job listing, and we're
I'm
hyped.
excited for it, but every time I see Sucker Punch, you put up a job listing for a game, and you know that it's for a game that's like Ghost of Tsushima. It just makes me realize we're getting farther and farther away from getting Infamous 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want the ending of that story of Cole McGrath. The people that were fans of Infamous, I mean, there's 2 big cliffhanger endings. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dead Space 3. I'm like, can we get like an ending to this? Like, just give me. I'm not saying make 10 more games. Give me one more of each. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be happy. Just finish the story.
Exactly.
So I'm glad. Yeah, like Ghost of Tsushima 2. Yay! Infamous 3. Can I get an Infamous 3?
Yeah, I hear you.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you what we
I'm
can't.
not talking about Second Son either. Like I played that. That was awesome, but that was not part of the core story. That was a different story. So I want a
He
third.
said he wanted now.
I want it now.
I'm gonna tell you what I want, man, and this is going to our last story, man, which is Ubisoft to develop open world Star Wars game. Thank God,
Yes.
Star Wars is going to Ubisoft, man, because EA. I mean, I know that they got their contract to 2023. I'm just going to add a little bit, man, because this is also from Gamer Rant. If you want to check it out, I know EA's contract is 2023. You know what I mean? But I feel like they're going to kind of like dissolve that contract, man. It's Disney, and it's just, the funny thing is that okay, Ubisoft is doing this. They're playing on an open world Star Wars game. This is great. This is perfect, right? Okay. Look at the Star Wars game that EA developed back in the past, you know, I mean, with Battlefront and of course the controversy with the whole mechanics of you got to pay to win and stuff like that. And I feel like EA has been doing that with almost every Star Wars game, man. You know what I mean? So now Ubisoft, I mean, do you think that, first of all, do you think that this is like the right move from Disney? I mean, kind of like, okay, let's kind of retract our contract from EA. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and, give it to Ubisoft. Maybe they can do something better with it. You know what I mean? Like, I know Ubisoft, they've had their thing with like what, the Division 2, the Crew and all that too. I know Smokey and Civ, you probably played the Division. I ain't played I played a little bit of Division, but it's really good. Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Like as far as like open world games? I mean, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed too. Yeah, you know what I mean. So is this the right move from Disney, basically, to like dissolve EA and to say, you know what, we're going to move on with Ubisoft, man?
Well, God. I told you how I feel about Ubisoft sometimes. Like their games are generally good, but they've done some weird stuff, like the whole Watch Dogs thing. That still, like I said before, kind of irks me a little. Like I think it's in good hands. Listen, I'm a little bit of a skeptic sometimes when it comes to Disney, but then ultimately in the end, I'm always proven wrong. Mm-hmm. Every time I think that they've made a bad move, turns out to be brilliant, and I'm just the dummy. So again, I could sit here right now and be like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure. I'm not sold on it. And like a year from now, we're talking about Game of the Year nomination, Star Wars open world game. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, well, so I don't want to eat crow later. So I'm just going to say, I'll give anything a chance. I think it's fun. Ubisoft does make good games, but they almost like need somebody to hold their hand sometimes, make sure things are going well, Yeah. Because they, some of the Assassin's Creed games they launched, they were pretty glitchy and buggy and kind of sometimes a little. Yeah,
but again, at the end, it's like, who do you want to kind of, hold the realm, man, when it comes to Star Wars? You want EA or Ubisoft?
I mean, Star Wars Squadrons was cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
Listen, hey, I'm not an EA basher.
Yeah.
They have deceptive business practices sometimes, and sometimes they do some stupid stuff, but they also make quality games.
They do.
They're one of the oldest video game developers in the world. They've stuck in there for a good reason. They do make quality. They're going to make you pay a lot for it. I mean, they're going to jerk you around, and they're going to play politics on certain things, but man, EA games are good games.
Yeah, that's true.
Good games. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, that's, I think, what people fail to see. People will, the Battlefront 2 thing, they'll never live that down. And that was a real dumb, boneheaded move with all that DLC. But, like, hopefully they've learned from it, but maybe it's too little too late. Hopefully, with an open world game, can you imagine the potential for loot boxes and loot crates and DLC? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's okay. What do you think, Smoke?
I just hope that they're smart enough to learn from EA's mistakes and making sure that they don't turn around and do the same stupid stuff. I'm really hopeful. I love Jedi Fallen Order. I loved that game. And now that they have it on PS5 and they did a like upgraded version of it, and I'm like, oh my god. So the potential, and it's good that you got other companies now that are like basically that are involved in developing new Star Wars games with the IP. I mean, I wish they could do the same thing with Star Trek, but like I said again, I'm not a fan of loot boxes. Never have, never will be. Mm-hmm. But again, be smart about it. You're getting these IPs. Don't try to think you got a cash cow and that you put out some dirt and it has you label it with Star Wars that people are going to buy that dirt. And that's the problem. It's like you get these great IPs, but you're trying to look at it as a cash cow, and how am I going to exploit the fans? And then later on say, well, we'll put out something to like a little patch to make up for it and all that. And that doesn't always work. Mm-hmm. So I think that you give it to the right companies. These right companies, they do something right with it, man. They'll if they do it right and they do right by the fans, they're gonna make a lot of money from it.
So long as I can play as Salacious B. Crumb, I'll be fine.
Hey, as long as
that's my guy. I want to be him. As
long as Darth Vader's the ultimate villain, I'm good with that.
Oh my god!
By the way, and they did talk about that. They did talk about how they said, and I think I sent it to you guys, how Darth Vader was the ultimate villain in video games. So, especially back in the day,
Was that one of the 50 TikToks you send me every day?
That's right.
Okay,
right.
I'll have to look back through my TikTok history on that
That's
one.
right. That's right. TikTok, baby. TikTok. We're everywhere now.
Oh, dude, I can't, man, with y'all, man. All right. So, yeah, we definitely can't wait for the Star Wars open world game to come out for Ubisoft, man. So, congratulations, Disney. Again, the motto is you cannot go against Emperor Mickey. And whatever Emperor Mickey says, he means it. It all comes true. Trust me, man.
I have altered the deal.
Evil
Pray I do not alter it any further.
I just hope it was all multiplayer so that we all, 4 of us can play, man. That'd be freaking dope.
Okay.
So yeah, like seriously, I kind of want to hold my double wielded lightsaber. Anyway, so that's going to pretty much get to our featured game. We want to play a game with Luna real quick since she's the actual first guest of our show real quick. And so that we kind of coming down to the time. So we want to kind of throw little trivia questions for you since you are our youngest, well, besides Civic Son that came on the show a year ago, but you are right now for our seasons 4 the youngest guest ever. So we will kind of want to pick your brain a little bit on this video game trivia. You know what I mean? So I got. Well, I'm gonna do 4 since, like I said, we're short on time. I got 4 questions. Now this is multiple choice questions. So and the chat can also play too. You know what I mean? I know the chat's gonna get this easily, but since Luna's our youngest guest, I want to throw these questions at her. All right. So we're gonna do this. I was gonna play some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music, but we get copyrighted from that. So like nah, forget that. So we're gonna do okay, right? So Luna, here is 4 good video game trivia questions that hopefully you would know. You ready for this?
No.
Yes, you are. You are ready for this.
No, I'm not.
So here's question number 1. Now I'm not gonna let the guys answer because like I said, this is for you, Luna. And the guy's gonna be they're grilling you right now. You can see their eyes, right? They're grilling you right now. I'm gonna do multiple choice as well too. Here's question number 1. Who is the creator of Mario? Now there's 4 names. I'm gonna give you A, John White, C, Pablo Lavici. I said C, right? B, Pablo Lavici, C, Shigeru Miyamoto, or D, Takashi Nomuya. And your answer is, Luna?
Miyamoto?
Final answer?
Yes. I want to say John White just to be dumb, but yes.
Miyamoto. It is Miyamoto. Shigeru Miyamoto. I don't know. I guess. All right. We'll give you that. We'll give you that pass. We'll give you that. Okay. All right. Here's question number 2. Okay, you're doing good so far, Luna. You're doing good so far.
It was one question.
It was one question. I know, right? But you're doing good. At least you didn't bomb on that question. Here's number 2. And the chat's probably is cracking up right now.
Yes,
Number 2.
they are.
V-Bucks are in-game currency for what game? Is it Call of Duty, Rogue Company, Fortnite, or Apex Legends? V-Bucks.
Isn't that Fortnite?
Is that your final answer?
I don't play, but I want to say yes.
It is Fortnite. Yeah. All right, 2 for 2.
No, Mark kills me. Mark is like, that's the right answer. He's like, and that is right. Yeah, right. I'm like,
2 for 2.
Mark does that.
Listen, Luna, you're 50% the way there. You're 50% the way there. I'm loving your video game now. Here you go. Number 3. We'll go back to the classic real quick, and I'm going to say the last one is a little hard for you since you're a PlayStation girl. So here's number 3. Name the evil villain in the classic game series Mega Man. Is it Dr. Roboto? Is it Dr. Dark? Is it Dr. Wily? Or is it Dr. Light?
Shit.
Who's the name of the evil villain in the classic Mega Man series? Dr. Roboto, Dr. Dark, Dr. Wily, or Dr. Light?
I feel like it's either Roboto or Light, but I want to go A. Yes, I'm gonna go A.
Dr. Roboto?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, stop that. Yes.
I'm sorry, it is Dr. Wily, Luna. It's Dr. Yeah,
All right,
it's Dr.
okay.
Wily. Okay, that's
All
fine,
right.
it's fine, it's fine. Now.
Hey, man,
I'll take the L.
Is the right answer to each one of these C?
It's-
C.
Right.
Man.
Now,
When in doubt, pick C.
When in doubt, pick C, right? Yeah, the
Should've
chat.
known.
I think C is the right answer to the 4th question. How about that?
How about
I
that?
bet,
Okay.
I bet
Well-
the answer is Halo.
Oh my God! See, Civic with
I
the
thought it was going to
spoiler.
be Darth Vader.
Here is
Halo?
your here is
Nothing.
Here is your last question, Luna. Now, I like your PlayStation shirt that you're wearing. I like that little PlayStation sweater. It's really nice, right? But now, Luna, what year did the PS1 release in the U.S.? Is it A, 1994, B, 1995, C, 1996, or D, 1997? Released 94. In the U.S.
Me and PlayStation are the same age. It's 94.
So 94?
Yes. I have PlayStation gear that says established 1994.
You know what? You did a good job. All right, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that. I was just testing a little play. Okay, you'll flow PlayStation knowledge. Okay, I'll give you that. All right, well, you know what, Luna?
I got one wrong.
I'll give you that clap because I know Luna. I was like, okay, did Luna play Mega Man? Now we'll see. You know what I mean? But okay, Luna.
I didn't, and Bear just made me feel bad in the chat.
They always gonna make you feel bad in the chat.
Bear made me feel so bad.
Exactly. Listen, you did a good job, Luna, and it's great to have you here too, man. Like, just giving you a little input, on what's happening with this video game news and all that stuff. So, I mean, you know what, Luna, we're gonna have you back maybe sometime in the future. We'll see what happens, and we might throw some more games at you. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but just be prepared in that too, man. But before we end the show, because we are way out of time, man, we got some end game credits for you guys to ponder over. Remember, you can please share the stream to all your friends in the gaming community so that they won't miss any of this info that we have shared today. Don't forget, PTC Nation, that you also can also reach us in our other social media outlets. You got Instagram, you got Twitter, you got Twitch, and YouTube, all under PTC Nation or PTC Gaming Show. You can also send us your questions, your gaming questions at email address at ptcgamingshow@gmail.com. Now, more importantly, we have a community that's just for you, gamers, called PTC Nation. Now, you can also search on Facebook, PTC Nation, or go on Pass Controller. You'll scroll down a little bit. You'll see that little banner that says PTC Nation. Remember, we are close to about 1,500 strong. This is 1,500 strong right now in the community, man. Just pretty much talking about games and the love of the games that we love to play, man. It's amazing. So make sure that you join PTC Nation on Facebook. Remember, PTC Nation, you can share your own gaming news, gaming memes, questions to us to answer on our next show, gaming polls and videos. Share your Twitch channels, your I was gonna say Mixer's gone no more. Your YouTube channels, your Facebook gaming channels. Post your Xbox gamer tags, your PSN IDs, Nintendo friend codes, PC Steam names. Remember, PTC Nation is all for you to connect with one another so that we can all pass the controller together. Real quick, Luna, for those that want to reach you, and actually follow you, man, where can they reach you and follow you at? Go and plug yourself out there.
You can follow me on Twitch because I'm affiliate. You can
hey,
also subscribe
GG.
if you want to. Twitch and Instagram, Luna_ChibiFox. Twitter, but I'm really boring. I do have a Facebook page. It is also Luna Chibi Fox. It's still very babyish. There's not much there. But yeah, I'm also occasionally on Head Nerds in Charge. Find me on the J1 stuff. Find me.
Now we're gonna take it from Head Nerds in Charge.
Find me in Nux's chat, making fun of him, throwing some sound alerts there, freaking him out. Fun times.
There you go. So like I said, go and follow Luna Chibi Fox, guys, on every social media account ever. Like I said, she is so much fun. She's cool people. You know what I mean? She's a brat, like the rest of the gamer girls out there that I call brats and all that too. So yeah, make sure you definitely follow her, man. So that's gonna end our show, man. For Smoke, for Civic, for Luna Chibi Fox, I am McDucks, and this is the season 4 premiere of Pass the Controller. As always, get good, people.
Peace and hair grease, y'all. Peace and hair grease. Peace and hair grease.
Out in the open, like ashes in the sky. I quit the illusion. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. become laughter. You burn the bridges to build the city. I have the flavor of the future, making empires obsolete. And she was just become laughter. You burn the bridges to build the city.